would redraw this figure. All right? This figure looks kind of confusing as is. What I would do is I would redraw it just dealing with the angles that I'm using. So I'm using two lines, and I have a transversal. So if I have 50 degrees, and then they say this angle is y. Now, if we're going to look at this and say, all right, how do these angles relate to one another? Well, I have one interior and one exterior. There's only one definition that we talked about when we had an interior and an exterior. Do you remember it? What was the one definition of parallel lines that we talked about when we have an interior and an exterior? Corresponding. Very good. Corresponding angles. When one angle is interior, one angle is exterior. But the thing about corresponding angles is they had to be in the exact same position. This angle is in the upper right-hand corner of the intersection of the line and the transversal. Is this angle in the upper right-hand corner? No. So these are not corresponding angles. So you can't say that y is equal to 50 degrees. Okay? They're not consecutive interior because this angle is not interior. They're not alternate interior because that angle is not interior. They're not alternate exterior because that angle is not exterior. So what are we going to do now? Well, again, guys, don't forget about supplementary angles and vertical angles. They don't prove if lines are parallel, but we can still use them. So, ladies and gentlemen, what if by using vertical angles, what would be the measure of x? 50. Would you guys agree that 50 and x are vertical angles? Yes. So guess what? I can say that those are vertical angles. That's equal to 50 degrees. Now, what are these two angles? No. Consecutive interior. So since they're consecutive interior, you know that 50 plus y equals 130, right? Because consecutive interior add up to 180. So we subtract, oh, shoot, equals 180. I'm just doing the math in my head. So y equals 130. Got it? Now, is that the only way to do it? No, there's plenty of other ways you can do that. What angle up here is corresponding with 50 degrees? 3, right? So could you also say that this is equal to 50 degrees? And then you know that y and 5 are what? Right, because what do we call them? Supplementary. So you also could have said 50 plus y equals 180 because of supplementary angles. What angle out of these two is my alternate exterior? Close. 1, right? Yeah. So by using, that one's done. By using alternate exterior, you guys can determine this is 50 degrees. And if that's 50 degrees, what does that have to be? Or what is 50 and y now? 130 because of supplementary angles. OK? So guys, there's multiple different ways to do this. You don't have to do it the one way I showed you. But there's multiple different ways. Yes?
You said 50 and 50 are verticals, right?
Yep.
They have to, the two verticals plus the other two would have to equal 360, right?
Correct. All right, let's get to some work.